Today we're gonna ride on the adventure class tracks. I'm bringing here Razvan.
Hi.
Big member of the Red Bull Romaniacs family. He's been with us for at least 10 years. Mainly behind the camera, doing a lot of filming, involved in the Live Maniacs as well. And today we're gonna go on the adventure tracks, talk a lot about the classes, the terrain, the bike setup and all that stuff. Like many of our crew likes to ride a bike, you're also into the adventure bikes.
Yeah, I think actually Romaniacs is kind of the reason I got into dirt bikes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really? Nice.
Yeah. I rode mountain bikes before, so.
Yeah. Let's go hit the trails.
Yeah.
Razvan, so this could be a possible start area, just around here. And all the classes will go up this way. And let's go and see how it looks.
Yeah. I will follow Klaus on all the trails.
Yeah, you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good, good. So this is start of a classic start, straight into Lite trail. So this would be a common trail for all classes, Light, Core and Ultimate. This is how it works. They all ride together for a little bit and then they do some split, depending on the difficulty of the terrain. But this is classic adventure terrain, classic Light stuff.
Also a nice warm-up.
Yeah, gets the arms flow going.
Oh, I need to keep a bit of distance. You are sandblasting me, rock blasting me.
Yeah, maybe my new nice X-grip tire holding up some good grip. Also, some of the adventure guys, the enduro guys are also on the trails from time to time. So this could also be a bronze, iron or whatever trail for the enduro guys. So obviously now it's a long time before the race, so there's no tape. Of course the track is not marked, but normally there will be some blue tape indicating that you're on the right track, and yellow tape explaining you that you're on the wrong track. So as long as you see blue tape, you are right on track. So this is a split. Left light goes up and we turn right into a core. So trail gets a little bit more rough.
And there will also be signs letting you know which way to go in a bigger intersection.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. There's a sign letting you know exactly where to go. So it will be for core class a C for core. Before the intersection, 2 signs, and after the intersection, there will be another 2 signs confirming that you're on the right track. So you see already now it gets a little bit more tricky. So this is kind of a core class single track, rocky, muddy, so, also sometimes steeper than this.
This is where the low gearing really comes in handy.
Yes. So on my bike I've went 6 T's difference from the start. Means 1 T lower in the front and 3 T's bigger in the back. So one T in the front is similar to 3 T's in the back. But it's definitely when I went 2nd gear all the way up in that climb.
Oh,
you made it, Razvan?
Yeah, I made it.
Very good. that's basically so that was a classic core. It's definitely too much for Lite, and Ultimate could also do more difficult than this. So go into a hill climb. As long as this is dry, it's all good. Definitely in the wet can be a little bit tricky. Oh, hold. Whoa! Oh, out of gear! Fuck me! Opa, you okay? You hit a hole?
I pushed my bike out of gear.
In neutral?
Yeah.
Neutral is normally not good for going forward.
No.
Yeah, if this happens in a race, okay, you have to stop, get your tool back out, check
fix
the bike,
everything.
make sure everything is okay. In this case, he bent the exhaust, and we're now nervous that it will hit the swing arm, so we need to work a little bit on it. Okay, so we managed to finish Razvan's bike. It didn't only take a few minutes actually, and we jump on the track and continue.
But for the Tenere, high mount exhaust is recommended. But now this looks like also a light trail.
Now
Right?
it joined, not yet, just down here it joins again. So on our left side, Lite comes up and join the trail, and we are now dropping into the common trail again. So that was a typical core loop. And this is now the common track where also Lite is going. The core loop that we just did, also Ultimate is going there, just to warm up a little bit for what is coming later on for Ultimate.
For this stuff, for trails like this, you can actually ride adventure tires. The knobby adventure tires, of course. But
Yes.
I ride this stuff all the time with adventure tires.
Yeah, when the terrain is like this, it's dry, it's really good grip, it's not too steep. A good adventure tire could definitely work. But when you get into like the hill climb we did just before, their adventure enduro tires is really helpful.
I think I couldn't have made it with Mitas tires, adventure tires over there.
Yeah.
The hill climb maybe, but not the narrow path with the
No,
wet stuff.
it makes a big difference using good tires. The problem with the adventure bikes is that they are coming with a 4-inch rim, so it's hard to fit an enduro tire on a 4-inch rim, and you cannot even get a rim lock for it. So luckily some are producing slimmer rims, enduro rims for the adventure bikes. Like on this bike, I got very nice slim rims from SOS Racing Parts. So I have actually in the rear a 2.15, so it works with tubeless, with mousses, and of course really good enduro tires fits very well on that rim. So if you have the budget and possibilities, you should definitely get some narrow enduro rims for your adventure bikes, so you can mount some proper tires. Because as you will see from time to time, Romaniacs tracks is not just straightforward. So actually here it's we will just test on the left side. Ultimate is doing a small loop. So and Lite and core is continuing straight on this nice trail. So we will just go in and have a look at a little bit into Ultimate. It's not a heavy Ultimate loop, but at least something else. So let's just have a look. So again, on the intersection like that, there will be signs 100 meters before, and again just at the intersection with some arrows and some letters. So for example, it will be U for ultimate, and also if, let's say, if bronze is going, will be a B. And when on the trail, there will be two indicating signs showing, letting you know that hey, you're on the right track. But you also have the GPS just to confirm. So see, I'm running with two GPSs, and my left line is the black line is the ultimate line. Oh, a little bit of snow.
But you can tell this is much narrower and much more enduro looking.
Yeah, this is classic enduro stuff. And trees like this, of course, we will clean them before the race period. It's nothing steep, nothing difficult, but it's just different terrain. The pace is different, and the routes. Until now, this could also be core. So core could also go on something like this.
Yes, it just looks slower, but it was not at all hard.
No, it's not hard at all. It's just slower, and you need to stay on the line a little bit off camera from time to time. And places like this, you can very easily make mistakes. So better just slow down a little bit and ride through without making mistakes. Maybe you are, whatever, 20 seconds slower in this section by slowing down, but making a mistake costs you minutes or even more if you make damage to your bike. Let's see how much snow we will do.
Now it gets interesting, huh?
Yeah, because now we are climbing and it's getting wet. And just some lift snow. I just lost the kind of the momentum. And the X-grip is pulling me up nicely. But the ground is really wet because you see the snow on the ground. But during the race can also be raining, so you should be prepared. If you keep the speed, it's not really bad here. But if you lose the speed, it can be tricky to get going. So actually I went up in third gear. I think I lost connection to Razvan on my intercom. We are riding with the Cardo intercom.
Ah! Yeah, I think I need to go around this.
This bike is amazing. I will explain you a little bit later about this bike that Go Racing built me. A lot of modification has been done to this bike to make it race ready for, let's say, at least ultimate. In light class you could ride more or less whatever. Core, if it's really dry, whatever works. But in ultimate, the bike definitely needs to be prepared. Oh, look at this view. Very nice stuff. Yeah, we are still on the ultimate. We lost Razvan somewhere. And Mikkel will stay back and help him. And we will meet up a little bit later again when the track joins together. So this is just really nice stuff, actually. So we are now on common trails again. This is light stuff.
Well, is it safe to say Lite class will also have some surprises here and there?
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes we put in a little bit just to remind them where they are in Romania at Red Bull Romaniacs. So that would be one of the other surprises. But you know, nothing too heavy. A lot of stuff like this, and single trails, of course, but mainly flat single trails. So they don't need to go steep up or steep downs for the most of the day. So this could be one of the light surprises.
Yeah, everybody goes through here?
Everybody goes through here, yes sir.
Oh, nice.
So for light, this is yeah, a little bit technical. You know, there's
one of the
rocks.
Surprises I was talking about, maybe.
One of the surprises, exactly, yeah. So it has loose rocks, has some steepness to it. If you
but
keep
it's
the
not hard.
No, if you keep the momentum, it's all good. If you stop and try to get going again, this is when the trouble starts. But it's definitely a little bit for light is, I would say, maybe not the hardest stuff, but let's say an 8 out of 10.
If you're smooth and constant with the bike, it will just ride on its own almost.
Yeah, if you have dialed in your suspension and stuff like that, you will just run over the rocks.
Knowing the race for so many years and hearing all of your guys' discussions and making all sorts of interviews and stuff with you guys, as far as I remember, most injuries happened on day one because people are so stoked and pumped to ride and let it rip, and instead of being careful, they enjoy it a little bit too much, maybe. And that's when stuff starts happening.
Agreed, totally. On day one, there's more than 50% of the injuries happening, even more. Like up, I would say maybe even 60. I don't have the correct number.
And it doesn't need to be a bad injury for it to take you out of the race.
No, a broken finger,
even a sprained wrist can make you quit.
Yes. So no point to risk it on day one. I mean, unless you're going for podium, of course, or a really good result, you want to prove something for somebody. Okay, you have to go on the limit. That's clear. But for 80% of the competitors, they are not riding for top spots. So okay, if you're number 45 or 47, for some it matters, but in the end it's not really worth it. Yeah, it's slippery in here.
No.
Yeah, with traction control it doesn't work, but this is the rain mode. Traction control is no good for anything, anywhere. All bikes should not be allowed to come with traction control. Yeah! Yes, yeah, okay. We're just gonna inspect a little bit. We're just going to inspect a little bit because as you see, they have been cutting some trees. But this is an ultimate uphill. So you see, very steep, a lot of city routes, and all in all, not easy.
I think steep doesn't do it justice, honestly.
The good thing is that you have a nice in-run, so you know you should definitely. I mean, in Ultimate, you guys know what to do. But for the other guys watching, it's very important to get all the momentum going from the start. So come with full speed, as much speed as you can, and make it up. But as you say, Razvan, it's quite steep. But luckily for you, it's full of trees. So I also know a chicken line, so we will do the chicken line. It just goes up. Alright, just slip on the root. Can luckily film Razvan. Yeah. Perfect. Nice.
I was happy I'm finally making it higher than you.
I would say we go down and do it one more time. So this will be the entrance of the service point. You will get a decontrol in, which means the time will start for your 20 minutes. And these 20 minutes you can work on your bike, get something to eat, talk to your team, family, friends, whatever. Get refueled as well. And when the 20 minutes are gone, you will then have to leave the service point out at the decontrol out. So that's about service point. So this is a Romanian gravel road. Denmark, where I come from, the gravel road looks a bit different. So when we say that we are riding on a gravel road, somebody misunderstand that it's boring, because in Denmark a gravel road is very boring. You can go with a limousine, but a Romanian gravel road is something else. Yeah, this is good stuff for Lite. Good, very fun stuff to ride. You can carry some speed, but also you need to be focused for the roots, for the stones, the holes. Like here, for example, watch out.
But this is all really enjoyable.
Yeah. But you all the time need to be alert, because there's always one or the other hole or big rock or washout or whatever. So,
but it's enjoyable, but also makes you work for it a bit. It's not just like carefree riding.
Yeah. That way is Lite, and core is going here, and ultimate is going behind me. So we're just gonna switch over to the core. Do the little core loop, so you can just feel the difference from the Lite that we just did. There was a common trail for all classes what we just did, and we are now jumping on the core track just to see how that looks. So immediately you see terrain is changing when you go from Lite to core. Things are looking a little bit different. Steeper terrain, roots, rocks, whatever, but still nothing crazy.
But it's steeper, narrower.
Yeah, you have to. It's steep enough that you have to be on the brakes. You cannot just gas it. Where Lite normally on the downhills you can actually also add some speed, but when you move into core you will need to be on the brakes. So sometimes misunderstood. Romaniacs is not a navigation race like the classic rallies where you go with a road book or something like this. It's not about navigating, it's about racing, using your technique. But it's definitely one of these downhills where you want to be on the brake. Don't want the bike to get too much speed. So here is the good example of the washout. If you come too fast, and you end up in that ditch in the middle, could potentially be a huge crash. So always stay alert. You never know in Romania. A little bit of hill climb. Yeah.
This is where I feather the clutch a lot, even in first gear.
Oh no, I've been starting off in second, third. Yeah. It's definitely a good climb for core. But a lot of space, many places you can turn around, go back and try again. Yeah. Now we're back on Lite. Yeah, the track joined down there, so the core is back to Lite. And where we just went up, this is definitely not light terrain, but for core, very nice. Just enough to keep you sweating and have to work a little bit for it.
But gearing will make all the difference, I think. Gearing and your tires.
Yeah, in a place like that, it's very important to have the right gearing and the right tire.
Yeah.
From stock.
Stock gearing is way too long. I have seen you go up with ease, starting from almost no speed, and my bike would just jump around. The rear would be all over the place because in second it would be almost impossible to make it without frying the clutch, and in first it's too aggressive.
Yeah, I go at least one gear higher than you. When you're in first, I'm in second. When you're in second, I'm in third. And then makes
even that ultimate loop where I didn't make it at all, you were in third, and I couldn't make it in second. Yeah. And then I couldn't make it in first as well. So
look at the views. Not too bad, huh? Actually, before we pull into the heavy stuff of the ultimate, I just want to go up here on top and give you a quick rundown on what we have done to this bike. I want to show you, Razvan, because it's the first time you see this bike. And I've been collecting parts over the winter, and a good friend of the race, Stefan, his wife actually, Andrea Goga, she finished Lite last year. In
tough chick.
Which is very tough. She finished in top 10 even on a 450 CF motor. She has also been doing the enduro, and she rides very well. And her husband or boyfriend, I'm not really sure if they're married or not, but anyhow, they live together. They are running together this Go Racing, and he has been working on this bike for the last 6 weeks or so. And I have to say, it's amazing. Well, I'm over the moon. I want to show you the things that we have done.
It's totally transformed, right, from the stock bike. I mean, it's not comparable riding-wise, is it?
No, it's not comparable. It's, it could maybe be also over the top. It's not to give you guys a feeling that you have to do this to race Romaniacs. You don't have, not at all. In Lite, you could go more or less on a stock bike.
Well, I have a stock bike.
Yours is stock, and you are going. So the most important is, we have been talking a few times today, is tires and transmission. So we definitely recommend that you go with enduro tires. So this is the X grip. It's 140, and inside is a mousse. And I'll just go here, and you can see this is kind of the pressure I'm running.
Soft. Yeah.
Super soft. But this also makes the difference. You have the grip you need.
And the tire isn't the hard compound; it's the medium, right?
The medium, yeah. But these tires you cannot fit on a stock adventure rim, as I mentioned earlier. It's because the stock adventure rim is a 4-inch. This one is the enduro, which is 2.15.
Which one is this?
So this rim is from SOS Racing.
No, the tire, I mean.
This tire is 140.
I have a 140 in the back. I was just curious if it's the same tire.
I can show you the difference because this one sits perfectly. It has the right curve, has the right profile.
This is round and mine is all stretched out.
So you could mount an enduro tire on the adventure rim, but it looks like this. All the side knobs are on the top of the tire instead of the side of the tire.
Instead of being round, it's squarish.
Yeah. So it's not that it doesn't work, but for example, you cannot find a rim lock for the 4-inch.
Yeah.
So the tire would slip around if you go.
So you have to ride with a high pressure and an ultra heavy duty tube.
Yeah. So these rims are made from SOS Racing parts. With the front and the rear, it's 6.5 kilo less than stock. So it's quite a lot.
That's quite something.
In the rear, it's almost 4 kilos, and when it's quite a lot of weight. It's a rotating mass, so it means something.
Yeah.
And this bike has a lot of horsepower, so it has enough horsepower. But
also one sprung weight for the suspension. That's quite something.
Yeah. And talking about suspension, we hooked up with the Touratech. So they made the suspension for this bike. They got my riding level, my weight, and all that. And it's amazing. It's just floating on all the rocks. It's just floating like you're swimming in the ocean. It's very nice. And the transmission that we just one more time to really point it out, because this is together with the tire, because this is the cheapest. To change the tire from the stock OEM in adventure tire, you need to change it to something with proper knobs. Second, change the transmission, at least as a minimum, go one down in the front. So normally this is a 15 stock and I'm on 14. And in the rear I went up 3 sprockets. So that helps a lot on the heavy stuff. The bike is not pulling away when you're on the clutch. You don't need to be on the clutch all the time to slow down the bike. Plus you can go in a 1 gear higher, which is good for traction. Another thing we did with so we changed the airbox, and Stefan from the Go Racing, he also remapped the ECU. So it's just so nice and gentle on the throttle. It's made for this. He's running it on a dyno, so he can put the bike on a stand and run it in. And he sent me I don't know how many graphics and showing me how the bike runs, and it's the result. So this is super cool. When it comes to the handlebar, we also mounted an enduro handlebar because it's just stronger and it has the right bend. The adventure handlebars are
bent backwards a bit too much, huh?
More for cruising and riding. And the GPSs, we put them up here with SP mounts, and they sit very nice, and you can see them all the time. I'm running with 2. You don't need 2. You can just have 1, but one is zoomed in and one is zoomed out. So I always, on the one that is zoomed out, I can see where I'm going, and on the one that is zoomed,
you see the details of the track.
On the longer distance, and this one is zoomed in, so I can always see where I go. Proper handlebars. Handguards, proper handguards, because the stock ones are like butter, it's just plastic. And AXP, they hooked us up with this one, and this is really strong. We passed some trees yesterday, and it's really doing the job.
Nice setup.
Yeah, I think, and then we took the whole rear end, slimmed it down because there's a lot of things for luggage and that we don't really need for the race. But all in all, it's a really nice bike. But like I said, don't get too nervous or about all these specs.
But everything you mentioned kind of works with you and helps you maybe manage some stuff a little bit easier than on a stock bike. But it's doable on a stock bike. Just get good tires and you should be able to do it.
Yeah, the priority would be tire and transmission sprockets.
Yeah.
And of course the tire pressure means if you go with 3 bars or if you go with 1.2, this also makes a difference. But tire, transmission, this is you cannot save on this. This you have to do. But the rest is kind of nice to have, not necessarily need to have. But Okay, I just want to give you a quick rundown on this, and let's jump back on the trail. We have to remember we are soon on ultimate. On this bike, I didn't mention, but on this bike we have also moved the ABS, so I don't need to all the time go into the computer and turn the ABS on or off. So whenever I stop the bike, I just turn it on and the ABS is off. Don't need to bother about this, because ABS is very dangerous on the steep downhills that we have. It's very hard for you to brake, so
this is looking more like ultimate, right?
yes, we are getting into it. It's the ultimate downhill. I mean, so far it's no problem at all. But still, you know, we are on the brakes. Just for some of the audience, in some places maybe later you will see, in some places when it gets really steep, it can be an advantage to turn off the bike and just use the clutch as your rear brake lever, so you can brake with the clutch if the bike is turned off, and it can sometimes be more relaxed. I just do it now to show you. So bike is off, and I don't need to bother about the noise of the engine and keep it running. I can just use the clutch now as a brake. If I let go of the clutch, my rear wheel will block, and it works as a rear brake. Very simple and effective. I guess most of you guys know this, but if you haven't played with it, you should try and go out and do it. It's
useful, especially in the places where you cannot really reach your rear brake.
yes, some places you need to, exactly, Razvan, some places you need to take out your legs to reach the ground for balance, and there you maybe don't reach the rear brake, and it can be a problem.
Yeah, we used to ride our mountain bikes here.
Ah yeah, so you know the downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been here many times on the enduro
But
bike.
the guys have gotten lazy, because each year we would come over and clean everything.
To make it ready for the
Yes.
for the mountain bike season.
Yes, because this way you cannot ride full speed.
No, definitely not. I think actually even I've been on the mountain bike here one time. I'm not riding that much of mountain bike, but
I have
you know.
never imagined I will ride it on a damn adventure bike, honestly.
You see, sometimes you try new things, mostly for the better, sometimes for the worse. But if you don't push the limit, you don't grow. So
On a mountain bike, this is child's play.
yes, I imagine you are much faster down here on a mountain bike. So, are you with me, or should I slow down a
Yes.
little?
I'm here.
Okay.
I almost caught up. But I have to admit, my forearms are getting tired. And my grip is getting not worse, but it's harder to control my fingers.
Yeah. This you don't want to go down here with arm pump. It's not really ideal, because it's very sensitive on the brakes and clutch and so on. So it's good to have the feeling on your fingers. But as I remember, worst part is over. But I can remember wrong, maybe. I think not.
But one thing about riding with the engine off and using the rear as a brake,
Yeah.
when you hit something with the front, it will not help you get over it. So
That's right. You need to carry a little bit of speed. Good point, Razvan, because you need to carry a little bit of speed sometimes to pass the rocks or whatever is on the ground. If you look down here to the left, you see it's steep terrain that we are working in.
Yeah.
And, so these are the old trails for the woodworkers to, when they have to pull down wood.
They used to do it with their horses and donkeys actually on these trails.
Exactly, and it's in Romanian it's called a skiap, if I pronounce it correct. I'm not Romanian.
Skiap.
Skiap.
Or skok.
Or skok. Skok
Yeah,
is
we call
new.
it skok as well.
Skok is new for me. I never heard that.
Skok is like from the house drain, on the roof.
Yeah. That's
because it's nice and round, yeah. The water drain on the roof, I meant to say.
Yeah. So, but this skiap or skok is very nice.
My bike is stuck on the shit. I chose the wrong line. My bike is stuck on the bash plate.
I wait to hear. Maybe now I can on this drop. People can get an idea. So there are some.
I can hear some strange sounds over here, but yeah, who knows? What? Yeah, but I can hear some strange sounds. Who knows? Let's see. Here?
Yeah.
That's not a normal sound. Clack, clack, clack.
I think it's in front. There's a piece of wood in the front tire on the other side.
Yeah.
You remember when I was a child, we put out a piece of carton into the wheels of our bicycle, and it was making the same noise.
Yeah.
That's why I recognized very fast what it was. This is my childhood noise from bicycle, because I was not riding a motorcycle when I was young or a kid.
But you really have to practice this clutch brake thing.
Yeah, because for example, a place like this, it's these drops that doesn't look like much on the camera, but quite steep. And with the clutch, you can really control the bike and get into a stop whenever you want without, hitting something and making a risky throttle or off the bike goes. So it's a good thing to practice.
But if you let go of the clutch and brake without wanting to brake, that could also make some bad stuff happen.
Yeah. For example, a place like this.
Oh, come on.
Are you stuck?
Not really, but working my way around it.
So, also
maybe a 20-second break.
Yeah, I will just move down from here because it's quite a shit. But places like this, you also feel the difference between the ultimate riders, because you have Paul Tardes, Johnny Walker, whoever, Greg Godin, all these guys, they are flying fast, and the lower ultimate riders are going slow. You see, this is Razvan's front wheel is over my head, so it gives you a little bit of an idea about the drop. It definitely helps when the leaves are gone. Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, nice one.
Yeah. When there's no leaves, you see what's on the ground. It definitely helps.
Maybe you can see the difference, like.
Yeah, you see it.
the rocks are as big as the wheel, or maybe even bigger.
Yeah, they're quite big, but.
Honestly, I've never imagined I will go through here with the adventure bike.
You see. Okay, we go for the last little push down to the flat stuff. So here for example, you see this bike has which is positive in some way. It has all the way down here for the fuel tank, compared to your bike that is much more narrow.
Mine is really slim in the lower side, yeah.
So on this, your bike is top heavy, where this one is the weight is down, but also on the downside it also doesn't fit so well everywhere. So I'm also hitting. So that's why good protection is needed. So because I'm hitting a lot more than you are, because your bike is more slim down there. But on the other hand, I don't carry all this top weight. And that's another thing. So now we're talking about the tank and the fuel. Because on these bikes, if you have a 20-liter fuel tank on your adventure bike and you have a range of 300 kilometers or whatever, 400, clearly you don't need to fill it up. So because the racetrack is maybe 150 kilometers, and there's no need to ride with 20 liters of fuel in your tank for 400 kilometers, just carrying all that extra weight with you. Of course, you should not run out, so you should not go too close. But normally with the 10 liters, you should be able, because you also get a little bit of fuel along the way, and you also have to take into consideration that sometimes it's a little bit of a distance to the start. So from the hotel, the off-road start is not just outside the window.
Oh man.
You managed, Razvan?
Yeah, I was right behind you, but
now you're not. Here it's a little more flowy. If you can.
I am. My forearms are really starting to get tired. Now I switched to holding the clutch with 2 fingers.
With 2 fingers?
Yes.
Instead of 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Places like this, I always go with two fingers actually on my clutch. 1 on the front brake and 2 on the clutch. Yeah, I remember going up here several times on the enduro bike, and now when I'm going down, I'm actually thinking, if we come back here in, let's say, 27, maybe it could be an ultimate uphill, who knows. We'll have to see, have to test, of course. All our tracks at Romaniacs has been tested several times. Dry weather, wet weather, all kind of, with different level riders. We put a lot of effort into testing the tracks, so we are sure that all the racetrack has seen a motorcycle more than once in different kind of weather conditions. So you cannot come and blame us that nobody has been riding there, it's impossible or whatever. We actually do test, put a lot of effort into it. Here's a very nice spot for you can take a small let's go up here and take a small juice up here, rest your arms a little bit.
Nice.
Well done. We're just done with this nasty ultimate downhill, and now we're dropping into a core. So core is coming and turning down here left into a core downhill, so it should be a little bit more rideable than the ultimate. So this is the difference between core and ultimate downhill.
I mean, this you can ride all day long, honestly.
Yeah, even if there's no other downhill, we would also send Lite here if there would be no other place to go. So it's not that bad at all. You can even gain a little bit speed going down. Compared to what we just did, this is really nothing. Oh, we're just going for an ice cream and a soda. This is not the racetrack. Time for ice cream. Oh, very nice. Nice kid. little bit careful because this white tank here is fitting. Yeah, so with a little bit of speed over the rock, definitely makes sense. Well, let's see. A little bit of pushing. But with some speed over the rock, as you say, because look at that hole. It was full of leaves, so it didn't look so bad. But you know, when you come over the rocks, it's a different situation. More or less it. I mean, there were a few places where we have to work a little bit on the track to make space for these big bikes, but you see, all in all, it was rideable. I had to push a few times, but hey, it's totally fine coming here for the first time on an adventure bike. So didn't expect it to be easy. Also, Razvan didn't come for a reason. What you have to remember is that this section will be on day 4. So that means two things basically. One, you're already quite tired, and the other one is, if there should be somebody in Ultimate who should not be in Ultimate, they would be out of the race already. So day 4 is definitely the hardest one of them all. Keep some momentum. Keep the momentum going. Yeah. Places like this, if you stop, it's hard to get going. So as soon as the big fat beast is going, you just go with it. Don't stop. And also, no words to describe how happy I am to reach the top of this climb. Really nice. We just entered another Ultimate loop, and it starts down here at the bottom. A little bit of going up. Up. So down in the trail again. Okay. Bit of Ultimate riding here. It's nothing too crazy, but you know, roots and stone on a narrow trail. It's not for everybody. And I also know this trail, and I know it's getting a little bit tougher towards the end. So too much space for room for errors. So here's the exit.
You're already on point waiting for me, huh?
I see, yes. Second gear and off we go. Hopla. Oh yeah, sweet apple pie.
I need to keep my distance.
Ah, look, they made a road there. Sorry, I just got confused now because anyhow we should go straight.
Whoa. Straight where? On the road?
Here, no,
Up
no,
here.
Yeah. Because the road was new. That's what confused me a little bit.
Okay, I stopped, so it's over.
Over, it's a good. I will go up and come down again. Very nice adjustment for the Ultimate, so sounds like a Yamaha roaring through the forest. Haha, that's one.
Oh yeah.
Well done. Good. Yeah.
Yeah, if you stop,
Then
you will feel the consequences.
yes. Mikkel is coming.
Yeah.
Let's see the last part, but I like it. It's a tree, but I don't see how. On top of the trail as expected. Nice. time here.
This is where I spent a lot of time trying to get up in the wet.
I understand why. Whoa! Wheeling out the shit.
I love this trail.
Yeah, beautiful, huh?
We used to come here with e-bikes as well.
Oh, really? Beautiful for e-bikes. Down to the left.
Right.
Ah, yeah, the other left. Beautiful. And
Okay.
okay. I think we fit. Yeah. We do. Like a natural small break. Yeah, you with me?
Oh, you see the deer on your right?
No. So this is nice.
This is just lovely. This is
very beautiful.
this is what I grew up riding on mountain bikes.
Yeah. I also feel you breathing down my neck, so I feel you are at home now. Very nice. Look at these small berms. Awesome. Don't want to get your front wheel down in the wrong ditch. Going down here with some speed. So this is the trail that takes you towards Sibiu. You have Sibiu out there. So this is the, for the race is still a bit to go because you have to go all the way to Sibiu and up on the other side where we have this classic Kusturica hill climb.
Yeah, there's a lot of fields to cross until there.
There's a lot of hills to cross, exactly, yeah.
Should we jump on the right on that small trail?
Yeah,
Further up ahead.
a little bit further, huh?
Yeah, right there, right there. Keep right.
Yeah. some brake bumps. All good. Super nice stuff. Yeah, so when you race like this for 5-6 hours, maybe if for some guys it's 8-9 hours, this is really taking a toll on your body. When you carry a good speed all the way through. But it's also fun. So the faster you go, the sooner you're at the finish. Yeah, Razvan is on it. He likes this stuff.
I like that line on the right always.
I see it's a faster one, huh? But I call a good one on the left side. Yes. You. Very nice. Okay.
You cannot see the smile on my face because of the helmet.
Good pace.
Wow, that was wonderful.
I think also this is where we wrap it up for this time. Was nice to have you follow along on the ride.
Thanks for having me with you. Although
And,
I slowed you down in some sections, but I caught up on the downhills.
Yes. Yes. And okay, all you guys, hope you enjoyed the video and see you on the trails.
See you.